What's up, guys? Josh with Navigate the Wild, and today we're going over my Whitetail 2023 gear dump. It's going to be a little longer of a video. We're going to cover everything from what I wear in the woods and why to the gear I use to navigate it with. We're going to talk about my rifle of choice. We're going to talk about everything in the pack. We're going to cover everything. And so it'll be a little longer. That's okay. We'll get through it together. And we're going to break it up into a few segments. So let's check it out. If you're getting into hunting, I would say you can get into hunting wearing really whatever you want. Don't let somebody sway you on something. I just had a buddy of mine come back from Nevada, and he hunted with two older hunters. They were old cowboys. They had been hunting in Nevada forever. And one guy wore old blue jeans, cowboy boots, and a white cowboy hat. And they killed some great mule deer. So you don't have to break the bank on camo. But I will say this, there are a number of great companies coming out with great technology. And everything from Origin, who's really making a splash on the scene, to Sitka, Under Armour, but I've chosen First Light. The reason I chose First Light is the attention to detail. I watched Steve, I've watched the Meat Eater for years and years and years. He's been wearing his own stuff for a long time, which is brilliant from a marketing standpoint. But also, to me, if he's wearing it in the field, he's testing it over the years, and it's just going to get better and better. And so that's what I started thinking about when I started thinking about really investing in camo. I started using, at first, Badlands camo, and it was good. There were some things that were loud. There was some stuff that I thought they felt was innovative, and it really was more of a hassle. But Badlands was great. Overall, I've got a lot of their stuff. Then I made the jump to First Light. I went, you know what, I'm going to commit to this. I'm a hunter on a budget, so I'm going to only buy when they have big sales, and I'm just going to have to wait. If it doesn't fit the budget, it doesn't fit the budget. Last year, I got my first piece of Whitetail kit, and the thought behind all this stuff is that you are going to layer up, right? So they sell things in base layers, merino base layers, socks, undies, long johns, and shirts. Then you have your mid-layer shirts, and then your outer layer hoodie, okay? And we'll look over a few of those things. And it all goes off of temperature. So as it's hot, you start with lighter stuff. And as it gets colder, you move to thicker stuff. There was a deal going on last year. It might have been their Black Friday deal. So it wasn't cold in Florida, but it was cold for me. So let's just take a look at the Catalyst Whitetail bibs. We have the suspender system, pretty heavy duty. We've got reinforced knees. It's just really comfortable to wear. It's fleece lined, so you stay warm. You have the front pocket here. You put your hands in both sides, and then you have a little zipper pocket for keys or whatever. But this was an awesome first step. So if you're going to get anything to start with, I would say get a bib setup. You also have some really nice pockets on the side on both legs. They are held together by magnets, First Light emblem sewn in, and it's just an awesome piece of kit, especially if you're just starting out. Next up, we have the Origin hoodie. This is a knit fleece, super warm inside, finger holes. So whether you're drawing or you're shooting, nothing's holding you back. Fits really well, true to form. I've got my, it's almost like a kangaroo pouch, double pocket right there. Front pocket for keys or headlamp or whatever. This is what really makes this mid-layer hoodie stand out above anything I'm seeing on the market. You've got your hood, right? And that's great. You want a little more concealment, you have the Ninja concealment built right in to the hoodie. So it goes all the way up. Now we're concealed completely. Cover the face. I can breathe through this, so that's really nice. One thing I really like about their thought behind their hoods is there's not a ton of material left sticking up. It kind of comes down right around your face and hugs it nice. And then you've got this face mask that tucks up in. If you don't want to use it, you just tuck it up back into the hood, and then you could use the hood no problem, right? So this thing is great. Zips down, zip up. I can let air in. I could bundle up if I need to. But man, this is a great piece of clothing, and I think if you're going to invest, start with the outer layers. Have stuff that keeps you warm, especially if you're in a tree, is paramount, man. You do not want to be shivering. You do not want to be cold, because being cold is miserable. So layer up and you'll be better off, trust me. If you had to buy one hoodie for the year, you're on a budget, you're buying one hoodie for the year, you've budgeted, this is the one you get. I wore this last year in Georgia the last day. I only had 2 pieces of kit. I was using the Catalyst bib and the Origin hoodie. I was completely warm. My toes weren't as warm, but the rest of my body was. And the last day I was there, it was 38. For a Florida boy, 38, that is cold. So if you're gonna buy any gear, you got one choice for a hoodie for the year, go Origin, it's the way. Next up, we got the First Light Kiln hoodie. 250 grain Merino X fabric, reinforced stitching, thumb holes so that when you're drawing, no problem. You want to have gloves on, still have your thumbs out and accessible. You're fine with the holes. 3/4 zip. I'm going to zip this down just for the microphone. Still have my hood, so I can put a neck gaiter on with this one if I want to run a little lighter with just some pants, and I'm comfortable, I'm warm, I'm going to dry out quick, and I'm not going to hold odor. That's the Kiln hoodie. This is the men's Wick hoodie. 150 grams of Aero wool. Again, thumb holes, no pockets here. This is a base layer. Okay, still have the hood. And I'll show you why I get hoods with all these in a minute. Mesh under the armpits. It's light, it's breathable, it dries out quick. I don't feel like I'm wearing something that's weighing me down. I could even have a t-shirt under this with no problem, just for a little added warmth. That is the men's Wick hoodie. Great base layer. Rifle hunting, blaze orange. It's important, it's smart to have some blaze orange. I picked up this vest. This is the First Light vest. This is the Charge. Not only does it have pockets on the outside for your hands and for whatever else, but it has pockets on the other side with zippers so you can throw your keys. And it has 2 mesh pockets on the inside. It also has, if you wear a safety harness, a climber, or you're in a stand and you use a lifeline, it's got a spot for your safety harness right in the back. This is the furnace. It fits a little more comfortable. Spectre, I love the built-in brims on these things. Keeps you a little warm. This one kept me very warm. This is the Catalyst, and this catalyst has fleece inside, and it will warm up your noggin quick. Bill pops up, first light on the front, kind of cool. So we've got those. We also have some merino wool socks. Get wool socks that keep you dry, keep you warm. Super important. I love, love, love this thing. This is the Aerowool Wick Ultralight Neck Gaiter. And man, it is extra light. It slides right over. You've got plenty of material. I could wear it up over my head. I can pull all those hoods right up. I can bring it down over my nose. I can wear it just around my chin and have a little more warmth. I can put a hat on with it and then pull it up. I can put it over my hat if I want with no problem. And it just works great. It's light. You don't really feel like it's holding you back from breathing or anything like that. Doesn't hold odor. I wore this all season, and man, it's a must-have. This is just a blaze orange fleece. It's reversible, but I use it for the blaze orange. If things get really cold and this neck gaiter won't work, I got the blaze orange, just a little added safety, a little added color and visibility. This is the Brooks down jacket from First Light. Inspector. It's really nice and fitting. It also can live in my pack at the bottom, which is what I intend to do this year. I'm going to fold it up in a nice little ball, and it's going to live at the bottom of my pack. If I don't think I need it, and midday I get really cold, I can pull it out, put it on, and not be freezing. That was one of the big goals for me. It also comes with a hood, but the hood has a drawstring in the back, so you put it on, and then under a little pouch back there, it will pull tight. I can put a neck gaiter on, and boom, I've got my jacket, my puffy jacket. You have an internal pocket on both sides right here, so you could throw your keys or whatever if you needed to. Take off your headlamp, slide it into your jacket. So pockets on the outside with zippers, pockets inside with no zippers. And this is one of the big key features that I wanted with this jacket. Fold it up, ball it up, all the way into the hood, just like that. And then you pull your tab and it holds tight. There you go. Jacket in a little ball, and it can fit in the bottom of my pack and not take up much room. I got these this year. This is the tray system. Super, super comfortable pant. Lightweight. I got these specifically for what they were built for, which is hunting in the 90 degrees. This was with the Southern hunter in mind. Again, Inspector, but I've worn these all summer and washed them once. Just an absolute great addition. And I'm going to actually bring them with me on this next hunt. The Obsidian Foundry pant. I've got two pairs. This is the conifer color. It's green. I really like it. All the pockets are really thought out well. Both of these come with a suspender kit. It's removable. They have pockets on the left and right leg that are expandable. They expand a little bit, but they also have zippers on the front for a smaller pocket. One pocket in the rear, pockets where your hands would go. They're made out of ripstop merino material, which is great for odor resistance. They're silent. There's no rubbing, there's no scratching, and they're tough as nails. I've chosen the Obsidian Foundry as well as Inspector. I've worn these quite a bit this year. The other thing is this pant is a little more heavy duty. Okay, you got plenty of room under there for a base layer if you want, but they're hardy pants. They don't feel like they're gonna rip or tear. These are also treated with DWR. I actually think all the First Light stuff is treated with DWR to help with rain and moisture and bacteria buildup. So we got the Obsidian Foundry Pant. All right, I got two types of boots here. These are the ones that I'm going to wear majority of the time. These are a pair of Daniers. They're 3M insulated. They've got a lot of miles on them, but I'm moving these a lot better in hills. These are more for Florida hunting. I'm running these. These are the lacrosse snake boots. I've never worn snake boots. These are probably the best rubberized boots that I've ever worn. I have larger calves, and so I used to have a hell of a time getting my foot in and out like most guys do. I had a boot puller and all this crap. I didn't want to have to deal with that. I was really nervous about buying them. I have zero problems with these. Last season, December 10th, a defining moment in my hunting career life, and I almost stepped on a 56-inch Eastern Diamondback Rattler. I actually have him mounted on the wall. I got a video online about it. Scared the crap out of me, and I was like, this is probably not going to keep me safe from something that large, but it definitely gives me peace of mind, and I'm going to run a snake boot from now on when I need to out there. So that is the lacrosse snake boots. All right, guys, on to the gear. Just to clear off the table a little bit, I'm in the process of packing. These are my sticks. This is a set of carbon SS sticks from Latitude with a Hang-Free Co. 8er. I have modified these quite a bit. They were, in my opinion, they are the sturdiest and they are the safest sticks that I have climbed with. I love these sticks. That being said, they are also the loudest sticks that I have ever climbed with. They cling, they bang. The carbon is just a tuning fork for sound. I haven't changed out the am steel yet. I'm probably going to jump up to 9 to 10 foot of am steel in each. But right now, this is good for me. Just a brief overview. Basically, what I've done is I stealth stripped them. Stealth strip is great. But if you're going to use the Genesis 3D printing connectors, then you have to figure out what holes to cut out in the stealth strip so that the Gen 3 connectors fit properly every time, and it's a pain in the butt. So what I did was I added reflective tape to the tops. That way, coming down the tree in the dark, I'm not missing steps, and I marked them 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that tells me how to stack these sticks. This Hang-Free Co. 8er, it's a 2-step 8er. It is the best 8er that I've used. The tubular material inside and the webbing, super strong. I've climbed with these now for 22 hunts, and just an amazing set of sticks. So for the price, they can't be beat. This is the Cruiser platform. I ran the tethered Predator XL last year. I had a few really long hunts, a few 12-hour hunts, and that's going to wear you down no matter who you are. But I had particular pain in my ankles, and because of that, I stood a lot. The reason I had that is because I stood a lot, and there was no angle on the platform. Now, you can angle the platform, and that's cool, but sometimes you just want to have a little bit to be able to hang off the tree. That's what Cruiser did here. I don't think any other company is doing that. Everybody gives you the option to just angle your platform. Well, I don't want to necessarily angle my platform. I like it kind of level. Having this slight cant on the edge was the perfect answer. You can you can angle the entire platform if you want. Well, this angled step here completely removes the pain out of your ankles. I spray painted it green this year, and then I took off the cam buckle. Cam buckles just makes more noise. This is the USA Amsteel Guy connector. I've got a video of it. The best way to hang your platform, in my opinion. I've used all bunch of different companies. This guy, the way he sets it up, you basically have your Prusik knot at a 12, 11, or 3 position, 3 o'clock position on the tree. You put your stand up against the tree like so. You wrap your Amsteel around the eye, pull it tight, go through the Prusik, and then you have a double Swabish hitch that comes back around super tight onto the eye, locks down. I have zero problem taking it off the tree and zero problem putting it on. I used to hate having to hang my platform. Now, not a problem at all. I love this thing. So this setup is awesome. I'm running still the tethered Phantom saddle. I've done a few things different here with the saddle. I'm not going to run this modification, but I will show you just because of where I'm going. Here, I have some security issues out at my club that I'm still currently dealing with. And snakes are a big thing down here. It's a pain in the butt. So I run my holster. This is a Safariland holster through, this is the Molly attachment, and I run it through some of the loops on my saddle, and it fits right down in here, no problem. It's comfortable, holds my Glock 19 with a light. It's a great modification to this saddle, but I'm not going to run that. I'm going to shed a little extra weight this year in Georgia, and the idea of the lockdown saddle, I think it's a great idea. I really like the design. I just wasn't ready to upgrade right now, so I still run the suspender system on the saddle, and these are 9-inch 511 flex pouches. I've got night eyes on the front and back. So what I do is when I get up to the tree, I put my first stick on, I put my second stick on loosely, and then I just have to go up the tree with 2 sticks hanging off the side. That mitigates the sound and my platform off my back. I have a black diamond carabiner on the back of my saddle here, very light, a little bit of stealth strip on there. That's where my platform goes. And then up front, instead of screwing around, I just take a night eye and I just wrap it around and underneath, and it holds my stick no problem. Again, I switched out the tethered Cobra buckle, did not like it at all. This is the Austrian Alpine Cobra buckle, love it. So the flex pouches just hold gear, basically my hang your stuff strap, my hero clip, and my tether system in one. The other one holds my lineman's rope and my bow hoist rope. That's all that I carry in here. If I get up somewhere where I want to prune a few little things, I have a pruner that can go in here too. Plenty of room. But that is the Phantom saddle pack setup. I also want to say this too, real quick on saddle hunting. I had a guy reach out to me and say, man, I feel like I just blew $1,000 on saddle equipment because it is expensive to get into. And I just wanted to encourage him and say, hey man, I said, listen, I know that it could be a little overwhelming and daunting when you first put this thing on and when you first step up to a tree and when you first start getting prepared to go up the tree, because it's new and new things are scary. And I think that a lot of the times, men especially, they don't like to admit when we are a little intimidated or a little nervous or even a little scared about something new. You know, you've been hunting in the woods for years and years and years, and you're using climbers or you're using ladders, and it's, you know, that system. You don't have to think as much. The other thing about it, though, that's dangerous is that because you know that system, you're not taking as much precaution. I think a lot of hunters, if they were honest with themselves, if you're not self-filming your hunts, you're not wearing a safety harness in a tree. A lot of guys just are not wearing safety harnesses in trees when they're using climbers. I was one of those guys. I hunted for 10 years, and by the grace of God, I did not get injured. But I had some close calls. The primary thing that led me down this road to saddle hunting was the safety factor. Now I have 3 children. I have 2 cats. I have a wife. I have a family that depends on me. And if I'm going to do this as a hobby and do this as a lifestyle, I need to be as safe as I can in the tree. And so the idea of being attached to the tree while I went up and attached to the tree while I hung there for hours, while making some weird movements and drawing and shooting, safety was paramount to me. The second thing was mobility, being able to go in with a smaller footprint and get in trees that I would normally be disqualified from climbing was huge. But it takes time to learn a system and get a system down. Even when I started with these carbon sticks, because of the noise factor, I was nervous. And I was like, man, how am I going to do this? Now it's not a problem, but it took me probably 10 hunts, 12 hunts to get in there and really feel like when I step up to a tree, are the steps that I take to do it. Just like archery, you know, when you're drawn back, what is your closed loop system? Shout out to Joel Turner. What is your closed loop system that you're constantly working on to ensure that you make the best shot? And so don't give up. Don't be intimidated. Just understand it's a process that takes time, and it takes time like anything else. You will get better at this. I am telling you, in my opinion, saddle hunting is the best form of hunting from a tree, bar none. It's the best. And so it's the most comfortable, it's the most mobile, it's the smallest system, it's the lightest system. Bar none, it is the best way to hunt from a tree. So don't give up, keep going, reach out to me. If you have questions, I'm not a 10-year veteran of saddle hunting, but I am an encourager. And so I want to see you guys out there getting the exercise, putting in the work. You know, your fitness is catered around your hunting and what you want to do in the woods. You can do this. And so anyway, that's my soapbox for saddle hunting. The FHF FOB. You got this system in the beginning of the year. They brought it out. I thought to myself, this is a video coming later. I'm still working on it briefly. This is the FHF chest rig, and I loved wearing this for turkey season. Currently, I'm setting this up for like a minimalistic bug out bag for the car, but it was too wide for hunting in the saddle. When my bridge came down, it would kind of buckle against me, and it wasn't good. But I love the system. I love the chest rig. Then they upgraded to this, the FHF FOB. When they ran a deal, I picked one up on sale. It has your wings on the back, so that gives you the opportunity to have a flex side on both sides, and there's different connectors that you can connect to those wings, as well as this is called the airframe system, this yoke system. Your binos connect to it with lanyards, and it just has laser cut molly, so you could add whatever you need to add. I've seen some guys add a knife, just different configurations. Everybody has something different. For me, though, what I started running, and you have a little mesh pouch in the back for paper, map, or whatever. So again, Spectre. So what I run is this. This is my rangefinder pouch. Love having this thing. Little lanyard. You could laser something real quick. Get the range. All of these flip down. Gen 1s flipped up. And so you were constantly pulling up. It's so funny how R&D works and feedback works. Even my Alaskan Outdoors Bino pouch, everything flipped up. And somebody was like, gravity. And so now everything flips down, and it's so much better. Because now I could be in my saddle. The bridge will come down like this. This will wedge right between the bridge and kind of lock me in. I could still move around, but it's right there. The wing system goes out left and right of the bridge, so I can still access this stuff no problem. And I can have these things open to be able to pull out my binos at any time. I use them way more now just because the fob stays open like that. Some guys have been worried about the magnetization. They use little magnets to keep it closed, and it's closed and secure. I haven't run into any issues, but I'm not doing any land navigation either. I know the properties pretty well that I hunt. So, you know, maybe I'd worry about that more out west. But here in a tree stand, I don't worry about it at all. Adjustable connectors. These are great. I've got the Crossfire HD 10x42 and the 1400 rangefinder from Vortex. On the side here, I run a small K-bar. I forgot which this one was called, but basically just fits the palm nice. And this is meant for striking. It takes up very little space. I like having it on me. It locks into place. It locks into the molly really good. Anything like this is just great. Look, if you get attacked by some crazy animal or something in the woods, I don't know, you know, your brain plays tricks on you. But last season, during turkey season, I called in a bobcat to 3 yards, and I had no idea. I've also, like I said, I've had some security issues out at my property, and so I'm walking in and out of the woods at dark by myself. I've got a headlamp on, so if somebody's out there that wants to hurt me, they're gonna see me a lot sooner than I'm gonna probably see them. And so just having something close quarters, I know it sucks to have to think like that, but I've had a lot of stuff go missing out there. I've had some stuff be broken with, you know, been shot out. And so this just gives me a little added security. I got my handgun on my side. If I ever got thrown to the ground or something, I've got a knife right there at the ready to be safe. So I don't apologize for that. On the left side, I picked this up. And this has a wind checker on the front. I forgot the name of this pouch. FHF, just the pull tabs and everything work great. But what I carry in this is my cell phone. Cell phone goes in the back. You know, when you're in a saddle, it kind of impedes your pockets. So I don't like to have stuff in my pockets too much. Put my phone at the ready right there. It slides down. It fits a iPhone 14 Pro Max with a Pelican case on it, no problem. Inside, I run my battery backup, which probably needs to be charged, and a set of cables. One for my headlamps, rechargeable lights, and one for my phone. And that zips up nice and secure. I don't have to worry about it. That's the FHF FOB. I've hunted with this all season. It is an answer to a lot of problems. All right, this is just a few miscellaneous things that I'm going to bring this year. Butt pad. Picked this butt pad up for turkey season last year. This is a great butt pad. I forgot who makes it. You can find these all over the place. Academy Sports, Dick's Sporting Goods, online. But there are a few stands and a few configurations where you can sit in the woods, and they don't have pads. So I'm bringing one this year because a 4-hour sit on a piece of plywood sucks. That's the butt pad. I also have Nalgene bottle, and I will run LMNT, the sodium, potassium, magnesium mix. In this is 32 ounces. Everybody knows about Nalgene. This is my Yeti Rambler. This is just the coffee mug with the, I love this configuration, this lid. It just locks, and then you can drink coffee from any side of this thing, so it stays hot. This is gonna run my binos when I'm in a specific location called the Tower, because I'm gonna run the MagView B1 digiscoping system so that I can get good looks at a little further distance at mature bucks that hopefully walk in. But this is the Ulanzi M233 with just a generic bino adapter on top. So I just put this together in the last couple of days. really low cost investment. I think everything here total was like 30 bucks or something like that, but it stays small. I can put it right in the side of my pack and bring that in. This is really important. This is a Magpul DACA case. This DACA case is going to hold glasses for me. I usually don't hunt with my glasses. Got a pair of sunglasses in here. I have some lens wipes, and I have some custom ear protectors. Most of the time I run, I'll show you. I know this sounds crazy, okay? Because you're hunting and most guys don't do this. But I've been in the field a lot without hearing protection. And now I have to wear hearing aids, protect your ears. So now I use Walker's microphone hearing protection in the woods. I absolutely love my Walkers. It is a little bit of a pain in the butt because now I have cans on my ears. These are the slim ones. But I've hunted with these for so many years now. I can hear everything. I don't have to take out my hearing aids. And I can run these safely with my hearing aids and protect what's left of my hearing. This is a hunting journal. I got a space pen on the end. This thing is really cool, small, compact. It will write upside down. It'll write in the rain, all that good stuff. Hey man, I got my son helping me this morning. That's awesome. Rifle of choice. This has been my hunting rifle and the evolution of my hunting rifle since I started hunting. This is a Remington SPS Tactical 308 bull barrel system, 20-inch barrel. I have a Spikes Tactical muzzle brake on the end. I put it on a KRG Kinetic Research Group X-ray chassis system. It has an adjustable length of pull, and it has a adjustable cheek weld, all done by finger. You can adjust it with your hands, so I love that. You don't need any special tools. The other thing I wanted was a magazine. Traditionally, the Remington 700 only held 3 rounds. Now I can hold 5, maybe even 10 with a little bigger magazine. This is the original scope that I put on it. This is a Vortex Viper 3x9x40, perfect for Florida hunting, Georgia hunting. Very clear glass. It has hash markings in the crosshairs, so I can, be 100, 200 yards. KRG bolt handle. It's just an oversized bolt handle. The quick release for the magazine. I have just a nice leather shoulder strap. On this side, I've just recently put a Magpul barricade on the bottom. I had to modify it because the bottom piece is M-lock, but it's flat. So I modified it, but this held really well. And that's just so I don't slide off of any posts if I'm butted up against something, or my shooting stick, because traditionally I would slip off, rattle, make a lot of noise. That's completely handled that. I got a piece of Picatinny rail on the side, and I usually mount a light there for hunting with a green light at night for pigs. I made the purchase to a Kafaru pack with a Sherman pocket. This is the Shape Charge. If I had to guess, I would say the Shape Charge is probably one of the most used packs from Kafaru, one of the most popular packs from Kafaru that they make. I think it's in their, what they call their EDC lineup. There's nothing small about this pack. It's got a ton of features to it. It took me 3 years to decide on what kind of pack I wanted to run. I looked at everything. I've got a video on it. And how I got to this pack. We're not really going over the pack as much as what's in it. So I run the Sherman pocket on the front. My Sherman pocket has, at the time I got it, I didn't really know what to put in it. I was like, man, what am I going to have in this thing? I run scent wipes from Cold Blue. If I get up into the tree and I'm sweating, I can take one out, wipe down, and it's good. I also then take that and I put it in a Ziploc bag. Okay, and that just gets sealed, holds scent in. The only other thing I have up front are some larger zip ties. Zip ties are great to have in the field. In the larger pocket, I have some wound wash. I like having stuff like this just in case you get a nick or a cut. You guys are cleaning something at the cleaning station and somebody gets cut, which happens often. This is a night eye, and it tied up my MVP. I always go up the tree with my pack on. This is my tethered MVP backrest if I'm getting into a longer sit, but I didn't want to carry it in my flex pouch, so I don't. TP, very important, biodegradable toilet paper, and a SAM splint. Never had to use it, hope I never have to, but I'd rather have it with me and never need it. There is a chamber pocket right here, and I really just focus on carrying backups. So I have a backup Prusik. I have some Amsteel here. This is used as a backup for my platform, and this is a backup for my lineman's rope. It has just a few slight frays. I'm actually probably going to burn those, but this is a backup to my lineman's rope in case something gets nicked or broken. And then Kafaru's great with giving you all these little extra clips and things for your pack. So that's the Sherman pocket. The front pocket always holds a hanky. Okay, you blow my nose, wipe my nose, it's running or whatever. More lens wipes, really important. And so that's usually what houses my keys, wallet, and pocket knife when I want to empty my pockets. That's the very front pouch. Up top here, we have a lid that flips down. I actually use this as a shelf. I love having it open, and then I can put my cell phone there and get easy access to it once I'm settled in the tree. This time of year, I will run because it's rifle season, this is a Phoenix Spotlight. Usually comes with a red cover and a green cover. Really, really strong. I think it's like 3,200 lumens, adjustable and strobe. I'm going to run my Peaks headlamp. Peaks headlamp is fantastic, rechargeable. Oh, I will mention to you, my Peaks headlamp broke. The mount broke. I didn't even know this came off. So the mount broke, this little plastic piece back here, and I tried to zip tie it. It just sucked. It didn't work. I could not for the life of me find these mounts on the Peaks website. So I contacted Peaks. I said, hey, the light works great. The mount broke on the back that holds the elastic for your head. They gave me a link the next day, $6 a piece. I bought two. This is a great headlamp. So that's what I run, Peaks headlamp. Pruning shears, hand saw, just in case you're going into a trail. You're snipping your trails. I did that yesterday while coming out of the woods. Things that are overgrown, get into a tree, need to snip a few things to be able to see. I have the Benchmade Steep Country. I really like the knife, so we're going to run this at hunt camp to break down muscle groups with. Backup light. Always have a backup light. I can't tell you how many times, I run out of battery or whatever. This is a rechargeable S mini baton from Olight, so I always keep that in there as a backup. This is the Leatherman Wingman. A buddy of mine gave me this. One of the best features about this thing is the spring-driven needle nose pliers. I like having that with me. A Work Sharp Meat Eater Edition field sharpener. Definitely have sharp knives. And I have this in here, but it's going to come out. I don't need it right now. This is just snake shot, 9mm snake shot. This is just a backup black diamond carabiner for whatever, if I need to hang something. And a pair of First Light gloves. These gloves are great. I got a little thicker pair coming, but those are my First Light gloves. Now the big boy pocket. This is a clamshell system, so you can access the pocket from Down below or from up top, I have an S hook. It holds 75 pounds. This pack comes off. It goes on my hang your stuff strap right to the right. This is a DACA pouch, see-through. It has a deer drag with a smaller S-clip, so I put the deer drag on if I need it, hook the S-clip together. It holds it secure in place, and it's waterproof, so that's good. Kill kit. Just really quick, we've done a kill kit review. Kill kit holds game bags, gut hook that I don't use as much anymore. It holds my Havalon Piranha, replacement blades, and a multi-tool. So that's what's in the kill kit. Got my Latitude knee pads. Knee pads are great to have. I don't know if you can see this, but I have a first aid kit. First aid kit for me is something that I really wanted. I have a tourniquet in here. I have a deer tick tool. It's packed full of good stuff. And I have some rescue meds for me because I get headaches. There is nothing worse than stalking deer or having to get a deer out of the woods and not have meds. So I have those for headache, Neosporin, liquid Band-Aid, all kinds of stuff like that. This is the FHF E4 pouch in blaze orange. I've got a cross on the front. That way, if I wasn't around, if I got hurt for some reason, somebody needed to find my stuff, I could just say, it's right in my pouch. You don't have to search. It's right there. This year, I'm running the Dobleat from Phelps Game Calls. Really loud. I like it. And I'm running, again, the Beta Pro. This is a great deer grunt. So, never heard a deer grunt until last year when I was in the woods and they were rutting hard, and man, it was freaky. Chamber pocket up top. I always just have an extra archery release. This is the Wise Guy Cam Hanes, keep hammering. I love this release, but I always carry that up top because I need to have a backup. I've had a few times where I get into the tree and I get up and I drop my freaking release out of the tree. Lastly, they give you a few pockets here. This front pocket, I have this is just a predator call. Sounds like something's dying and being ripped apart. I have another hanky, important. I have a lighter, make fire, some tinder, some thermocell, pads, and fuel. A backup cable. You can never have too many cables. Backup cable. And backup batteries. So, which I need 2 out of here. Some of these run my mini baton. Some of them AA, AAA, and 3-volt lithiums. Okay. And this is just a pouch that I got from Earbuds years ago, but it's been a great little addition. So I carry those. Last pouch, I have some tacks, reflective tacks, some more night eyes that are a little bigger, some more reflective tape, and that's kind of all my marking system. That's all I really carry in there. And so that's everything that I'm bringing into the field for 2023. This is my Whitetail system setup, my gear dump, and man, I hope you guys have great success this year as far as hunting goes. I hope I have great success, not just in hunting, but in everything. And make sure you get out there and you navigate the wild.